Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. I, of course, with Originator Success. Of course I am, because you see it on the shirt, right? So, anyway, thank you for joining me. Remember, you can join me live each and every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, except for yesterday when I was on a plane and I couldn't stream to you. So, sorry about that, but thanks you for coming back and joining me today. Great to see all of you here. If you're here this morning, say good morning. Let me know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, don't forget to give me hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you were here. If you missed me yesterday, tell me you missed me. I missed you. In all fairness, I really did. So I was going to try to record something, but it was too hectic in the morning. Wasn't able to do that. So anyway, if you are here, don't forget to smash that like button, tag an hello friend, share us in a group. Let's go ahead and hit the other stuff pretty hard. We send out a free email lock advice. If you'd like an email to your inbox with some commentary each and every day, use it any way you like, share it, steal it, put it into ChatGPT like Ron Siegler, anything you want to do, go ahead and use it. You can sign up at ratelockadvice.com or use this cool QR code. If you'd like to get our text alerts, we send out text alerts. They look like this. They're actually really cool, and they tell you what's going on with the markets and what things are happening and all that good stuff. So if you would like some cool text alerts like this telling you what is going on, you can go ahead and check those out at ratetextalerts.com. If you would like a reminder that I'm going live in the morning so you don't have to depend on social media and you don't forget and you want to click link, you can go ahead and go to hmmr.io/reminder or use the QR code there. And last but not least, although I love helping you to get or to learn about the markets and rates and talk all that shop, we do help you get loans from Google and social media. Check that out at originatorssuccess.com. Find out how we can help you. So my favorite part now, let's go ahead and say hi to the live folks. Who do we got here this morning? Which of my friends showed up? Good morning, Yasmin. I missed you too, my friend. So happy to see you. Hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday. I am here in Carlsbad, California, by the way, this morning at the Park Hyatt Aviera. Excuse me. Still getting over all that stuff. But anyway, you too should always be trying to grow. I'm here for a mastermind group. Had a great dinner last night with some business owners and looking forward to a couple of days of helping me to better build originator success to help you guys. So Mike Tebow, good morning, sir. Kyle Mazikas, Ron Siegel, good morning. Ron said today's National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. You know what I've noticed, Ron? Whoever comes up with these national days, they really like pie. Haven't seen a lot of cake, no brownies, but I see a lot of pie. But I'll get behind chocolate pecan. And do you say pecan or pecan? Let me know in the comments. Is it P-E-E or P-A-H? Pecan or pecan? What do you say? That's the question of the day. We're going to have some fun with it. What do you say? Let me know in the comments. Pecan or pecan? When you were down in the South like I am, it's pecan. So you say, I'd like some chocolate pecan pie, please. And that's how you get your pecan pie. Good morning, Ms. Yasmin Martin, Julie Lawrence. Great to see you, Rob Stewart, Bobby Searson. Good morning, Mike Morano. Tom Stafford. Tom, I don't know who you watch in the morning. It's not me. When you said you missed the beautiful face, I'll get my wife on more often because I know you don't mean me, but I missed you too, my friend. Katie, good morning, sir. Jerry Avila, or ma'am. Jerry Avila, sir. Great to see you. Christine Conklin, Mark Clark, Tim Klyla, James Mahan, good morning. You signed up for Originator Success and have your wrap-up meeting with Danielle this afternoon. Look forward to seeing some results. Awesome. James, I am excited to see you sign up as well. And, let it do its thing. It takes time. Remember, I don't market it as pure lead gen, but you will get business from it. And I'm open to how your experience was. I would love to hear about your experience and any negatives, because nobody ever thinks you want to hear the negatives, but you do, because you can't make things better. So Ron said, tough place to be. Carlsbad is a great city. Frank Garay, Carlsbad every quarter. Yeah, Frank's also a great guy. I like Frank. I've known Frank since 2010 maybe, so about 15 years. So yeah, Carlsbad's definitely the ghetto. It's like here in Oakland. It's almost like one and the same. But yeah, Tim Klyla, good morning. Kyle Mazikas. Kyle says it is pecan. Ron Siegel, pecan. Derek says it's pecan. See, yeah, you guys know how to say it. It's not pecan. Now, when I was up north, it's pecan, and I said, no, it's pecan. Pecan pie, chocolate pecan pie. Good morning, Amy Blasjo. All right, you guys are like, Hammer, shut up. Let's talk about what's really going on. So let's jump over here. We'll start out with mortgage-backed securities, currently up 12 basis points on the day, which means rate sheet's going to be a hair better than yesterday, but not much. Really, really, really kind of flat. And in fact, here, where did I put? There it is. Kind of, if you take a look here, this is basically that same chart where we've just been, right? So this long candlestick that you see right here, this was when we got the jobs data a couple of weeks ago. You can see it has a very long wick. This thin, skinny line right here is the wick. What that means is we went up to this point. Bonds sold for as much as that. That was the reaction, a lot of automated reaction. A lot of things going on in the trading world when that happens. And then it settled back down and it ended the day up here where you see the top. Now, the body, the thick part of this candlestick, when it's green, it means we started lower and we improved on the day and ended higher. When it's red, like we saw on Monday here, we started higher, and that was due to overnight trading. We actually started up much higher than where we ended on that Friday. We started here, and then it dropped back down and ended right here. Now, this was the Monday after the jobs data. Remember when we got the jobs data, it was a weak jobs report. I said we'd see a huge overreaction in markets, and it shouldn't have been that big. Monday, it started out even crazier, but it came back down and it ended below where we got up to after the jobs data. And this is important. I know these are kind of some pretty colors here, but pay attention with me, right? Tuesday, we dropped below this yellow line that I've put right here. And then we dipped down, and then we've improved back since, and rates kind of rebounded. And what that actually looks like, when you look at it here, you can see that we got that jobs data on the 2nd. Monday, we dropped down to 6.34, and that coordinates with this best candlestick. Even though we lost ground on the day, it was still 6.34 was our line in the sand right here. And then the next day, we jumped to 6.52, 58. 6.3, and you can see here that's where long days, 5.52, 5.3, 5.8, all this kind of flat. Then we've improved since then, 6.52, 4.9, and we've kind of improved a little bit since then, but not a ton. You'll notice we've stayed right around 6.5, and that is the line in the sand. And you see that we've come up, and we go up a little bit on a day, we go down a little bit on a day. We come back up, we go down a little bit on a day. We're down a little. Here today, we're up a little. And all of this, if I move this line, you'll see that I'm putting that line because that's the flat area. Mortgage bonds have really come to this line in the sand right about here. And what that's doing is it's creating a very strong technical level, right? So you have to say, well, what's going to happen? How do we break above this? In order to see mortgage rates improve, we would have to see these mortgage bonds go up and sell above this line. We would have to see traders buying up mortgage-backed securities. The value on mortgage-backed securities would go up. They're currently at 100.73, right? In this example, when I think they were very close to that at the moment. So, 100.72, 73, it's the same thing, right? But they would have to continue to go up, and we would have to see it go to like 180, 185, 190. 101. We would have to see this go up in order to see rates improve. Now, the question becomes, so this is the technicals. These aren't the fundamentals. These are the technicals. This is what's currently, when we look at how likely is it that bonds are going to come up. When traders are looking at these charts and these patterns, why are traders going to expect, why are they going to buy for higher? Because the idea is they want to buy it and see it continue to go up in value. They don't want to see it go down, right? So what's going to push that? What's going to make this happen? Well, that's where the fundamentals come in. The fundamentals are what's going on. I'm going to put me back on the screen. Fundamentals are, Mike, is the audio still? But anyway, so it's, see, Julie Lawrence is from Massachusetts, so she says pecan. So anyway, when you look at the fundamentals, that is what's going on with the economic data that's coming out, what's going on with the Fed, what are the expectations of what the Fed's going to do. And this week in particular, we've got Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech in Jackson Hole on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So that's going to be the thing that everybody is looking at is what's happening in Jackson Hole? What does Powell say? What is he signaling for a Fed rate cut? Now I want to go back to, let me mess with this. Let me see. I don't know if I can get that to be the side by side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you here. I'm going to put my head down in the corner. Hi, it's me down here. Okay, and then let's go over to this, and let's take a look here. When we take a look at currently, this is what's going on. It's 3-to-1, right? 3-to-1, 75% to 25%, basically, that the Fed is only going to cut rates in September by a quarter point. In order to see mortgage rates improve, we need to see an expectation in this column go up that the Fed is going to cut rates by a half a point. It's unlikely that we get that from any of the data this week, from Wednesday's Fed meeting minutes. It's unlikely we get it from Friday's, Jackson Hole Symposium speech with Powell. It's unlikely that Powell's not going to be like, we need to panic and cut more. He's going to be very much data dependent, more than one report, what we're looking at, we're happy with. He's going to repeat a lot of the things he said at the last Fed meeting. Now, markets are currently also looking at November that we're going to see another cut. So that would bring us to 4.75. We're currently at 5.25. A quarter point cut brings us to 5. Another quarter point brings us to 4.75. This one's 2-to-1 that we could see a half a point cut. The reason that markets are pricing this in is because markets believe that the economy is going to continue to show signs of weakening and that it's going to speed up, that we're going to see more signs of a recession, of labor market weakness, and that by November, there's a greater chance that we'll have to get a bigger rate cut. And they're definitely doubling down on that. As we look at December, 4.5 would be 3 quarter point cuts, one in September, November, and December, right? And markets believe that it's more likely, not tremendously, but at least a little more likely, that will be a full point cut. Now, this is a big, big difference than what was been forecast by the Fed members. Fed members were currently forecasting 2, possibly 3 cuts this year, but mainly 2. When we take a look at the dot plot and we look at their chart here, this is 2 cuts right here. This is 1 cut. This is 2 cuts, possibly, or I'm sorry, this is 1 cut. This is 2 cuts. This is possibly 3 cuts, right? So where you look at, because we're here, there. Okay. So that's what they're currently looking at. And it's very unlikely when you consider what we are seeing here that the Fed is going to swing and change their mind on that, especially if we see another labor market report that is not weak. So what's happened here? Ron said, they're economists and attorneys. So, they would sue everybody, Ron. So basically, here's the thinking. Rates not likely to change much from here. They could creep a little bit higher, not tremendously, but possibly creep up a little higher. I've been in a little bit more of a, I want to call it a conservative stance. I'm definitely locking anything that's closing in the next couple of weeks, right? I'd also consider locking anything that's closing between now and the Fed meeting in September 18th. We're going to have 2 things happen before that Fed meeting. We're going to get labor market data on September 6th. But what happens if that data does not show another super weak report like we got from August's data that came out, which was actually July's data, right? So if we don't get that, it means we're in trouble. And it's, there's a lot of risk floating into that labor report, especially for loans that are closing in the next couple, in the next 30 days, right? And if that doesn't go well, we have to worry about that. Then we've got the CPI inflation data that'll come out on September 11th. Now, the problem here is when we look at how we got a reaction to the CPI data this month, it was a ho-hum. You guys saw my meme with Kanye. It was not a good positive reaction, even though the data showed the coolest inflation since 2021. And we did not get a strong reaction to that. So looking in the future and like, hey, we need this report. And if it comes in, it's going to be so great. It's kind of hard to get excited about that. So because of that, definitely anything that's closing in the next couple of weeks, I'm locking. Because what are our chances of improving from here? Let me show you let's go to the screen here. When we take a look at this, look at where we've been with rates. We've been at 6.5 now for 2 weeks. Ever since that labor report, we have been at 6.5. And it's like, okay, what would it take to get it improved? I showed you on the technicals. We would have to see an upswing and a breakthrough here. And this is really holding some steady ground. It's very unlikely that we're going to see a lot of improvement from here. And because of that, even though it's conservative, I would definitely lock anything that's closing in the next couple of weeks. And I would consider locking anything closing in the next 30 days. Now, if it's longer than that and we get into that next Fed meeting, that's when we may see another positive reaction. We could see rates go down a little bit. Now, if rates do go down, they're not going to go down more than a quarter point. Even if we do get another labor market report this week, unless we get like a huge reaction and then I go, oh my God, I can't believe we're getting such a crazy reaction. And then it was like, remember, that window was so small because it was a way overreaction. And then we went to where we priced about a quarter point better, which is what I had said was going to happen. So anyway, thanks for joining me, y'all. 15 minutes in. I am going to wrap it up today here in Carlsbad. But so excited to see you guys. I will be here tomorrow, and so I will chat with you then. Thursday gets hairy because I'm going to be bouncing around on planes, but we'll take that when we get there. But for today, it was great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a piece of pecan pie, chocolate pecan pie. Remember that today is National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day, according to Ron Siegel. And remember, let me know in the comments, is there anyone besides our friend, Julie up in Massachusetts that says pecan? Anyone say pecan, or does everyone say pecan? Bill Stevens, John Warner, what do you guys say? Pecan? Let me know. Robin, Willard, let me know. What do you say? Pecan? Ron said, what are my thoughts about the effect of BLS and CQ labor updates that are due tomorrow? Too late to matter. I think it's like anything else, Ron. Any updates, anything that we see, it just falls right through the cracks. Nobody's really reporting on it. You don't even see that stuff reported. Like you get it from Daniel DiMartino Booth, right? But DDB, but you don't even see this stuff in like Bloomberg. You don't see those things when it comes to what I'm reading in Bloomberg, like the articles here. I'll show you guys what I was looking at this morning. There's a couple of things. Global banks sound uncertain ahead of Jackson Hole. There's one about Trump, and criticizing the Fed, and they make a big deal out of it. But basically, he kind of nailed it this way. It's fine for a president to talk. It doesn't mean they have to listen. Trump said in an interview with Bloomberg. I mean, that's his role, is to lead and say things. And a president certainly can be talking about interest rates because I have very good instincts. That doesn't mean I'm calling the shot, but it does mean I should have a right to be able to talk about it like anyone else. And he did that when he was president, and people made a big deal. Oh, the president doesn't talk about the Fed and blah, blah, blah. And he did. And you know what? It was fine. I mean, like, people make a big thing out of nothing. So, there was really nothing else going on in this. They're talking about a lot about stocks hitting again, rebounding to huge record levels. Gold, a bar of gold is now $1 million. Gold settled above $2,500 an ounce. It is just sick. Crazy to see that stuff. So as far as reprice risk and all that stuff today, I think it should be calm. I don't think we have to worry too much about it. Should be calm day. So, and Mike said pecan. Yeah, see, that's the northern. Mike's up in Michigan. Pecan. But I am a Southerner now, a true blue Southerner, true red Southerner, and that's why I said pecan, Mr. Mike. So, all right, y'all, you guys are bored of me. I'll catch you later. Have a great one, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.